Hi, it's Stephen here from Sign of an Ocean Wave, and this is day one of the December daily draws. So, as we start a new month and close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Green Witch Tarot, which we're going to be using this month, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So, let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. So we have the Two of Chalices, or the Two of Cups. Interesting, isn't it? That it is very interesting that we start again with cups. I don't think we started with cups. I've got my notes here because I'm going to be doing a review of no, it was the Five of Cups that we started with last month. So it's cups again. Yes, I'm going to be doing the review of the month ahead spread for November and linking in some of the making some remarks about some of the daily draws, things that happened in the daily draws that may link into that, and interesting things about what are the draws from last month. So, but that I'm going to upload that probably tomorrow now. But I've done the preparation for it, and then of course I'm going to do the month ahead for December and see how this fits. And we've already had the first card for this month, whereas with the Two of Cups, which again is about relationships. I think we had the Three of Cups yesterday, didn't we? About so this ties in with that a little, but this is perhaps more a more one-to-one, perhaps, partnership. Yes, it can be as in a romantic couple. Yes, it could be husband and wife. It can be engaged couple. It can be people that are just dating. It can be people that are involved in that way. Or outside of that, it could be a close friend. It could be even a family member that we have a deep connection with. Could be another person, say a friend or some person that. But it's more on the one-to-one level of kind of sharing, and it may actually, thinking about it, this can also be with more than one person, but not together in a group, but you know, relationships with one person at a time. And the relationship may be different in each of those pairings. For instance, I might have a friend that have a one-to-one relationship that when it's just the two of us talking or being together or whatever, we have a certain type of friendship or relationship, say, and that's one sort of pairing. But then if I go and meet with another friend separate to that other person, just one-to-one with the other person, it's still on that one-to-one basis, but we may have a different style of relationship, and it's expressed perhaps a bit differently than with the other person. So there is that element to it as well. So it can be with different people, but it's mainly on a one-to-one basis, whether with one individual or with several individuals, one at a time. If you understand what I'm saying there. With this card, that's what just occurred to me with this. So, and it's the kind of relationship where, again, it's that bond that we have with the Three of Cups when we had that yesterday, I believe. So it's funny that we've gone from the Three of Cups to the Two of Cups. It's a level of whereas the Three of Cups is more of a group setting. and connecting with several people perhaps at once, having a community kind of connection. This, as I say, to me is a more personal one-to-one connection that can be with those people that we meet with in a group sort of setting. Um, but it's something where there's that common bond, like with the Three of Cups. That was the point I was making. That has the common bond that ties us together, that we celebrate, that we enjoy, and etc. This again, there's a common bond between the two parties. So it's the kind of deep core relationship, and we're on a certain level with one another, and we share and give again of ourselves. That giving and receiving of energy between us that is mutually beneficial. He's handing his cup to her, she's handing her cup towards him. It's the linking arms. It's like a coming together of spirit and soul, of hearts together, that they have that bond, that link. It's a deep link. It's a connection that is strong. And it's, if we have these relationships, or the opportunities to have these relationships, it's important, because there is something that happens, as I say, with that energy exchange. Um, and depending on the type of relationship and the individuals involved, the different types of energy exchange that can happen. Um, so but it is important that any relationship, it could even mean a partnership, even. It can even be a partnership, but it's based on um, not so much on a practical or financial kind of bond, or even a passionate vision. It's something that both parties, if they're involved in a venture, that these both what their heart loves. It's based on love and compassion for whatever venture they're involved with. So there's that core heart emotional bond in that venture, even between partners in some kind of venture or whatever. So, but it's important that we build these relationships, because they are mutually beneficial, like with the Three of Cups, one, two. So it's still that emphasis on the relationships. Okay, so let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. Crone. We have the Crone card. Interesting. And it can be some of the best. I mean, one of the best relationships that I had, that on a one-to-one level, that fits with like the crone element here, is when I spent time with my grandmother, when we're having just personal one-to-one conversations, and she was sharing things, stories from her life, the family history, and things like that I couldn't get from anywhere else. And she was listening to me about my experiences, and learning about somebody of a younger generation in of the world in which they now lived, that perhaps that my grandmother wasn't quite used to, that sort of knew about, but sort of saw through my eyes. And there's that mutual exchange there. And it's important that it can be that kind of thing. It can be something like that kind of connection with one another. So, listening to one another, one of the most, so if you've got an older person, if you've got someone that fits into this crone element, and, listen to them, connect with them, spend time with them, and learn from them, because they're like living history books, living books of knowledge, that once they've gone, that it's almost that book's disappeared. So you need to absorb that knowledge while it's available. Don't the times I had my grandmother, I value to this day, and I'm glad I had those times, and the knowledge that I gained through them. So that's probably the kind of message that we're thinking about today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 2. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye bye.